I'm having a nice old lie down after being very busy at work. And on that note, hello there ladies and gentlemen, this is Ryan of Runedom Studios, and holy up we're up! Today on Throwback Fridays. Before we get to that though, do you want to have a check out of this awesome tangled porcelain figure? I mean, well, it's not even a figure, it's a blinking statue. Look at it. She wouldn't fit on the waifu shelf, so that's why she's down here. And look at them, all of them. Got female Freddy Krueger here. Futaba, Rika, Aqua, Tifa, the wife. And that one's my most expensive one. You don't want to know how much Velvet Crow from Tales of Berseria cost. You do not want to know. And if we have a look down here, whoo! I've got autographs and frames. Yeah, I've got these frames because this wall needs to be redone. This wall definitely needs redoing. And I've got some frames right here, because I've got Arthur Morgan's autograph right here. I've got Roger Clark. And on the flip side of it, Troy Baker. Got to see them on my last trip to MCM Con London, and it was awesome. So I've got these two autographs. I've got a Nolan North autograph somewhere that needs to be put into a frame, and I've also got something over here that needs to go into a frame, and this was a commission that I asked for, and they delivered perfectly. It's Morgorn Stoutmouth! The original Morgorn Stoutmouth from World of Warcraft. God, look how amazing he is with your pet polar bear. Look at that gun! And it's funny that I mention Morgorn Stoutmouth and the World of Warcraft version of him, because that's what we're going on Throwback Friday for. See? Amazing segue that was. Yes, because with this video, what I'm bringing back, it is my top 5 favourite World of Warcraft locations, hosted by Morgorn Stoutmouth himself. Check it out!
Go walking through me when I'm having my epic moment, man! And hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Morgorn Stoutmouth representing Ryan of
Runedom Studios.
Now, as you know, Ryan has explored across the lands of Azeroth, Outland, Draenor, and no doubt he's gonna explore many other places. And in these places there's been many locations that have been just beautiful, and I can vouch for that. And he's decided to list his 5 favourite locations for all of you. But before we get onto the list, I need to explain one thing to you all. I don't do Hordelands. Now that is out the way, it is time for me to tell you Ryan's top 5 favourite locations in the magical world of Warcraft. Number 5. Elwyn's Waterfall Camp. This location is only accessible via flying. It's a remote location in the mountains on the border of Elwyn Forest and Burning Steppes. A simple camp by a stream and a waterfall. Now, there's 2 NPCs with their corgis running around playing, but it's easy to ignore NPCs that don't spam dialogue. The place is quiet, calm and peaceful. It also has nearby a mysterious sheep farm run by a gnome. The place is perfect for a lone hunter that's had a hard day's work getting his kills and just wants to sit back and relax in one of nature's beauties. It could also be a great place for a fisherman to have a weekend trip at. But for me, it'll always be my personal hunting camp. Number 4. Thunderma. It's a dwarven town in the dangerous lands of Twilight Highlands, and it is my favourite town in all of Azeroth. How the rooftops are grown over with grass and meshed in with the hills, it reminds me of Hobbiton in the Lord of the Rings. A lot of Thunderma has been destroyed by the blasted Dragonmaw orcs and Twilight cultists that plague the lands. But the parts of the town that survive, there's no better dwarven town to be in. And doing quests in the town also lets you see what a real dwarven wedding is like. If the cozy buildings aren't enough to sell you, then there's the griffin hatchlings that will have you oohing and ahhing. It is a place that I may retire my hunting rifle at, and a true town of the wild Hammer clan. Number 3. Lion's Landing. Even a frontline military base in a constant battle against the Horde can be seen as stunning and beautiful. A small fortress on a beach surrounded by Horde ships and a Horde camp across from them, it is always a busy place for a soldier. The beaches are under constant mortar combat! And there are priests healing the injured on the beaches. It just makes me want to just charge right in there with my rifle and kill me some greenskins. The times where I should have been doing my daily quests were delayed many times by me just walking the deck admiring the military might of the Alliance ships and its fortified walls. There's even a little secret down there where a prisoner met a grim fate to the seas. Lion's Landing, a proud base for the Alliance. Now I just want to kill me some orcs for Cosmodon! Number 2. Tellar. Outland is a dead world, decaying from the fell that killed it. And yet somehow, this beauty remains. Tellar is a town belonging to the Broken, and I believe it's pretty evident as you can see why this place is beautiful. I mean, just look at it! The broken pieces of land floating in the air. The waterfalls that come from the floating islands that create the lakes below. And the streams that fall into the ravine that surround the town. There are beautiful views from either the front of the town where you can see the fields of Nakarada, or you can climb to the top of the inn where the flight point is, and you can just view the beauty of the town and the floating islands. This place is a prime example that there can be beauty even in death. Instead of just outright telling you what my number 1 pick is, I'm just going to walk you through my first experience. So there I was, at the front of the ship. We were sailing in through a ravine. Mountains on each side of me and a narrow path of water. As we went further in, I heard the flames of war. I looked up, and there was a ship ablaze above me. I held onto my gun tightly. I was ready for whatever enemy I was going to face. I looked around. There were still mountains on each side of me, and then I saw it. The scenery was absolutely breathtaking when I sailed into Valgard for the first time. The fjord is beautiful and the whole area in general feels like a nice snug secret of Northrend with the tall mountains and Utgard keep surrounding it. The mountain path going up the side of the mountains offers more breathtaking views along with flying on top of Utgard Keep itself. Then you have that tavern that, despite being in a port town which is under constant attack from the Vrykul, having ballistas on the mountainsides armed and ready to fire down upon you, still manages to be one of the most warm and coziest taverns in all of Azeroth. I can sit here to breathe in the cold air with a warm mug of ale and gaze upon the fjord to pass the time. This is why Valdgard and the fjord is mine and Ryan's all-time favourite location in World of Warcraft.
You thought it would be me doing the outro, but it was me, dear! So while I do this impromptu showing every statue and figure that I've got on my shelf here, I'm gonna have to end this episode right here. So yeah guys, Throwback Friday went missing last week again, but I found it. And now, hopefully, things are gonna get back on track because I'm working on a project at the moment. I'm working on a project that I've wanted to do for a very long time, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it because I'm working hard on it. And if you liked what you've seen here, folks, then you know where that subscribe button is, and because the YouTube gods demand it, you better ding that bell. But until next time, guys, keep smiling, keep laughing, keep enjoying life to its fullest. And that's the bottom line, because Runedom Studios said so.